intense night fell over the city like a dark blanket, cloaking its streets in heavy shadows. The wind stirred up clouds of dust, wrapping pedestrians in the dark cloaks of uncertainty. It was the time when most retreated to the warmth of their homes, leaving the streets to the creeping shadows and specters of the night. But it wasn't just shadows that came alive on this night. Something else prowled the streets, hidden in the thick darkness, something that whispered in rumors and made hearts skip beats with fear. Earlier that evening, as the sun still lingered in the fading hues beyond the horizon, a new circus arrived in town. No one knew from whence it came. It seemed to materialize from the nightmares themselves. Leading this circus was a clown named Jacobo, a man with a face concealed behind a porcelain mask and eyes full of mystery and madness. Jacobo was famous for his performances, though his true face remained hidden behind the guise of a cheerful clown. Strange tales of his past circulated among the townsfolk, but most dismissed them as urban legends. Jacobo loved to stage his shows in the quiet of the night, when stars twinkled in the sky and only the city lights reminded of life around. His performances were unusual and sometimes eerie, yet audiences always left in awe of his mastery. One night, amidst the hushed streets and under the canopy of stars, Jacobo decided to hold a special performance. He chose an old, abandoned circus tent on the outskirts of town. This circus had long been forgotten, known only in children's tales that spoke of its hidden secrets. Silently, the audience gathered inside the lost tent. They waited in anticipation, unsure of what to expect from the enigmatic clown. As the lights dimmed and only a single lamp illuminated the stage, the air thickened with expectation. In the darkness, whispers and rustles were heard. Jacobo entered the stage slowly, his costume shimmering faintly in the dim light. He began his performance, blending jokes with grotesque tricks that both amused and unsettled the audience. But as the night deepened, the clown's act took a sinister turn. His jokes turned dark, and his tricks became perilous. The audience felt that something was amiss, yet they were entranced and unable to look away. Then, in the darkest moment, the light went out. The audience froze in the darkness, unable to see each other or discern what was happening. Silence enveloped them, broken only by the sound of their own breaths. Suddenly, a sharp laughter pierced the silence. It cut through the darkness like a blade, sending a chill down the spine of everyone who heard it. It was Jacobo's laughter, but it was no longer jovial and cheerful. It was filled with malice. In the darkness, the audience began to see vivid colors and terrifying images. Jacobo now appeared as a creature from nightmares, his mask gleaming with an ominous light and his eyes blazing with insanity. He began to chase the audience through the dark corridors of the abandoned circus, forcing them to experience fear and horror with every turn. Each corner held a new nightmarish trick, each more cruel than the Some of the audience managed to escape the circus, but those who remained were plunged into a nightmare that seemed endless. They fought for their lives in dark mazes filled with deadly traps and ghosts summoned by the clown's deranged mind. When morning finally broke over the city, those who had been trapped inside the abandoned circus were no longer the same. Their sanity had been shattered by the shadows of the night they endured. Jacobo disappeared, and with him vanished the remnants of the circus, as if it had never existed. The city was shaken by what had transpired, but many refused to believe the tales of the nightmare that had unfolded that night. Yet those who had witnessed it knew the truth. Their dreams were haunted by images of terror and madness, and among them echoed the sinister laughter of the clown and the gleam of his mad eyes.